Mayakla, and I am a Tibetan. Like many Tibetans, I was also born a refugee in a settlement camp called Bailakubi in South India. One day, when I arrived at my school, CST Bailakubi, just an ordinary day in the life of a 10, 11-year-old refugee kid, my friends came running to me. Kunjuduma, Peransin Topserlas, That was a knowledge on Chalabation, Peloja Arelas. Kunjuduma, Tibet is free, we gotta pack our bags and go home, go back to our country. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Are you serious, dude? Are we really going back to our country? So we ran to our teacher to confirm this. Peransin Topserlas, Gela. And Gela was like, this is how I let it do. Everybody's saying it in this school. And in that moment, I think what he saw was hope. Hope in the eyes of innocent children in exile. Hope that he would say to us, yes, it is true. Tibet is free and we are finally going home. So our teacher gave us a warm smile and slowly walked away. Hope is a powerful thing. For people living under oppression and fighting for their freedom, the United Nations represents more than an international institution. It represents the hope that the world is listening. Because let us remind everyone why the UN was created in the first place. After the Holocaust, the UN was formed on the principle that the international community will no longer turn a blind eye to another atrocity. Hope in the UN comes from the belief that injustice should not remain invisible. People bring their struggles to the UN because they want the world to recognize their suffering, acknowledge their rights, and stand with them in their pursuit of freedom and justice. They continue to believe that the truth can reach the world, that justice is possible, and that one day the international community will no longer look away. Lobgaranzin, our brother, had hope in the United Nations. But the UN and the world leaders' silence and inaction caused unbearable circumstances that led him to make the ultimate sacrifice. Lobgaranzin, our brother, gave everything because he wanted the UN and the world to hear the pain of Tibet. We are standing outside the United Nations because we refuse to let Tibet become a forgotten issue. We are standing outside the United Nations to remember Lobgaranze's life, our brother's life, and to remember his courage. One should never have to sacrifice their own life for the world to listen. Lobgaranze's sacrifice should not become another statistic. It should become a question that the international community cannot avoid. Why is the UN turning a blind eye to Tibet and the Tibetan people? How many more Tibetans must suffer before the world acts? Article 1 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights says, all humans are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Are Tibetans not human beings? Was Lobgaranzin, our brother, not a human being? United Nations, human rights cannot be selective. The principles written in this institution's founding documents must apply to Tibetans too. United Nations, Tibetans have died placing their hope in you. How many more must die before you act? Today, our greatest hope lies in you, the Tibetan Gen Z. We look to you to carry this movement forward. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Hope allows a younger generation to inherit not only the pain of what was lost, but also the responsibility and possibility of shaping what comes next. You may have been born far from Tibet, but Tibet was never far from you. That is because His Holiness the Dalai Lama carried Tibet with him into exile, and he carries us with him in his heart. It lives in the language our parents taught us, the prayers our grandparents recite, and in the songs we grew up hearing, and in the stories of a homeland many of us have never been allowed to freely know. You are the generation that inherited this struggle, but you are also the generation that can carry it forward in many ways. Our brother Lobgarangzin gave everything because he wanted the world to hear the pain of Tibet. So let the message you carry forward be this: Tibetan Gen Z hears you. Tibetan Gen Z remembers you. And Tibetan Gen Z will continue to speak up. We stand here today not because we have given up hope, but because we still believe that justice is possible. We may have been born outside of Tibet, but Tibet was never born outside of us. Justice for Paul Lobgarangzin! Justice for Paul Lobgarangzin! Free Tibet! Free Tibet! China out of Tibet now! China out of Tibet now! Tibet belongs to Tibetans! Tibet belongs to Tibetans! Hey, Gallo,